Hey guys, Sax here. I just want to discuss a couple of the things that we know are changing with Ashen Iron and clear up confusion that you may be feeling right now. So Ashen Iron, we're getting a full release, breakdown what's coming with both Ashen Irons and with the new expansion in December, Renegades, on Tuesday, September 9th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So you guys, I'll put up a little splash screen for you, what Bungie shared online, but guys, make sure to tune in for that. I don't love these same day, hour before reveals. However, in the past, there's been a couple of times where Bungie's cooked with this. So maybe they have something, they're kind of holding it close to the vest and saying like, hey, we don't want to show this off until the moment before. For a lot of people, I know that just says that they're not confident in it, but I don't know. I think historically we've seen reasons for this being a positive, reasons for it being a negative. So I'm going to kind of hold judgment. I'll be tuned in. Let's see the event. Let's watch it together and do that. So next week, 9 a.m. Pacific time, I'll be tuned in, checking it out, and I hope you will as well. So next thing, let's talk about what we know is actually changing, going away. Something that's coming this way is the rewards pass is going to be going away. So this rewards pass, meaning that we're getting a whole new rewards pass with another presumably 110 ranks. So you see here the pass ends in 5 days, 3 hours. Now Bungie has announced that they're giving us a method to go back inside the game. They're giving us a method to go back and claim old rewards. So guys, make sure you get to at least rank 100 so you can get all of these weapon ornaments and cosmetics and the different loot, the engrams. However, instead of having to go through a third-party app now, Bungie is going to give us the ability to go back in the game with the new, I believe they said it's going to be near the exotic kiosk in the tower, but basically a new option where we can go through and reclaim these rewards from the past in the future. So next thing we know is seasonal challenges for this portion of the season are going to be going away. We're going to be getting new ones. I've had a lot of people asking me, hey, I've been holding on to these for XP for the next portion. Can I do this? No, I wouldn't risk it. Okay, so we have this past challenges thing. They could very easily slip it over here, but Bungie said in the tweet on August 21st that we need to make sure that we're claiming these, we're getting these done. So what should you prioritize? You need to hit the 42 challenges mark. You see right now on my screen, I am 17 short. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find 17 of these that I want to knock out. However, you only need 42. There is a total of 47 active between these top 7 weeks. So you have 5 total. So if you say, hey, I don't want to do PvP, I don't want to do this, that, and the next, you guys can choose whatever set of 42 that you want to make sure you get your large bright dust pile. You want to get bright dust so you can turn that in for free cosmetics, things like that come in the store. I'm always poor because I love weapon ornaments, exotic armor ornaments, but I don't like spending money on them. So I want to scoop them up anytime I can with bright dust. So come in here, look for these various things. The key things that you should clean up, anything that you already had progress on, significant progress, and that reward bright dust. You can kind of ignore the things that only give, like Challenger XP, you'll see up here, find data bads in the Whisper. It only gives a Challenger XP plus, like a singular plus. I'm not necessarily as, excited about clearing that up, even though you can get bright engrams from getting these, getting XP rewards and leveling up. The problem with that is you have no, way to focus in. So the best thing you can get, in my opinion, from the bright engrams, obviously is A, something new that you've never gotten before, or B, just straight up bright dust. But you can't, there's no deterministic way to handle that, right? Like you can't choose what you want to do. Whereas with these, when you get bright dust straight up, just bright dust dropped onto your account, you can always choose what you want to spend that on. So the next thing I want to talk about that's changing is we are getting extra 100 levels, like 100 potential levels. So we're going up. You can see I chose to stop at 400. I don't see any reason to go through and sit in the mines of Caldera or K1 and try to go up to 450. I chose to stop at 400. I was happy with that. We know that through just normal portal drops, after next Tuesday, we're going to get up to 500. So you guys, I will be grinding up to 500. I'm probably, unless the prime engram drop rate has significantly increased, and they said that they're working on that. We'll talk about that in just a second. Unless that increases in a crazy manner, I will not be doing that. The next thing that we know is changing is the artifact. We are getting new mods. Now, this timer here says 89 days, 3 hours. However, if you go and look at any of the rewards passes, stuff of that sort, it says that they're swapping in 5 days and 3 hours. So I think that this timer here has just not been counting correctly. We're going to expand the artifact. So it says artifact expands, not artifact resets. We're not getting a fully new artifact. We're just expanding that artifact. So like we have in the past, we've seen 1 row come in here. For the episodes when we had the different acts of the episode, we actually got 2 additional rows. I could see a world where we get 2 rows of artifact mods as well, since they're kind of condensing down what we've gotten in the past and do that. So I for sure expect 1 row, but there is always the potential that we could get 2 rows, and that would be awesome if we could. So hopefully that works out. For new gear bonuses, we are going to see the new gear bonuses for the contest mode of the raid. They're going to be active for the epic raid contest mode, and then we are seeing an extension or an expansion on exotics that are going to be featured gear from both the weapons and the armor side. And then we're going to see an expansion of the legendary pool. So Bungie has said they're doing the legendary pool. There's no word on exotic class items, so I would just expect that that's not going to be a thing, even though people have been clamoring for that like crazy. The last thing I want to touch on, and I talked about it earlier, is that pinnacle, or I'm sorry, the prime engram grind. Now, Bungie said that they're expanding the chances for prime engrams to drop. So if you come in here and you look at various activities, you'll see you have bonus drops, and then you see you have completion rewards. Now, Bungie has said that they're tweaking a lot of the completion rewards across mostly Fireteam ops, but some of the pinnacle ops and things of that sort. So they started tweaking it. People freaked out. They reverted back some of the things, but there are some positive changes that are happening inside of the Fireteam ops section. Notably, I remember like Liminality, and I believe it was the Inverted Spire. Those are getting additional completion rewards. Now, Bungie has said that they're changing the prime engram drop rate to include any additional completion rewards. So instead of just being 1 chance at a prime engram drop at the end of an activity, there is the potential that for every completion reward, you could get a prime engram. You know, you're not going to probably get multiple unless you had crazy luck, but there's the potential that you could get multiple. You are getting multiple chances at that drop rate. So, right, people were saying somewhere between 1 in 13, 1 in 20 chances, somewhere in that range for prime engram drops. If you think of it this way, you could go through, run something with multiple completion rewards, 2 or 3 completion rewards, and then knock those down. So you're reducing that, right, like a 1 in, let's say it's 1 in 15 to now like a 1 in 5 if you run that event 3 to 5 times. You know, you could bring that down significantly. I don't know if the bonus drops stack on top of that. If they do, that will make the grind to 550 so much easier. If I could come in, I was looking here, I have 3 bonus drops plus 3 completion rewards inside of Midtown. If I had 6 opportunities for a prime engram from 1 event, you best believe if I was going from 5 to 550, that may convince me. That may be enough to convince me to go in here and try some of these different activities. So guys, I hope that this clears up some of the confusion for you guys. I hope this is helpful for you. Until next time, be blessed, y'all.